Hello, hello, everyone. How are we doing today? Ah, let me. I figured my stuff out. So, in setting this stream up, I felt this was fitting. Because in setting this stream up, I was checking my other save files because I was already in the process of transferring my previous PLA save file stuff into Pokemon Home. So I was looking at my other save files. I haven't done Swish yet, but I'm also kind of attached to that save file, so I'll see what I'll have to look into what I'm doing there. But checking BDSP, I found where I left the game off right at the exit of Victory Road. I felt would be a cute little starting point for the game here. Did you get stuck? Did you really get stuck on the sign? Yeah, last thing I did in BDSP was do Victory Road. My team like. Damn, this is dated. This is dated hard. Strange how Gardevoir isn't chibi, but your Char is. Right. No, I want to save. Ah. Oh wow, my player name is still Beard. That's how old this is. Okay. God damn. Hello, Poketch. I didn't want you. God, I'm used to using bumpers for A. Started 2021. God damn. Oh, the poor badges. I don't remember how you polished them. I already saved for Gore. But again, I'm pretty sure I did, but never save enough. If this is a 2021 game, then this is also I last touched this in 2021. God damn, I didn't remember this game was so old already. What the fuck? I mean, it's 3 years, but still, what? Anyways, let one play PLA as promised. I'm really looking forward to this actually, because if you've first setup, right? But yeah, there's the leaks, man, the leaks. So much stuff from what little I can remember, and that's like the thing. I do not remember much from my first original and only playthrough of PLA. But from what little I remember and what little has thoroughly permeated the cultural zeitgeist of Pokemon, a lot has ended up in here already. So I want to go do another full playthrough with y'all on stream. Probably not all today. This game takes a long time. I remember it being an isekai whether MC has a smartphone. Correct. Yeah, I want to do a full replay so we can get the entire story now, like the entire story again now after we have all the extra knowledge from the leaks. Welcome to my realm, catered beyond both time and as well thou art here. I am that which humans call Arceus. Plus, I love Arceus. Like, being like, yeah, not my. That's what y'all call me, not what I am. It's so cool. I love how Legends Arceus handles. Looking all of this. I love this game. What is thy name? Could be cheeky and play as Cynthia, but let's not. Little too on the nose. Bisa. Soon thou shalt find thyself in a world stranged. World inhabited by wondrous creatures that humans call... Bisa. You got all Pokemon, and thou shalt find me once more. I never actually managed to fill my Pokedex. So, we'll do the post-game too. Also, why is there BGM playing? Fuck. I'm sorry. I did not intend for that. Is game audio fine? Ask that. I think it should be. Again, Dawn and Lucas being Alolan. Nuts. Weird reveal. I mean, whether it's actually the true or not, it's like all based on the shirt they're wearing here. Still, that would be so so funny. But they kind of just drop a little detail on us like that. But as far as I know, the branding, the actual branding on the clothes, not just the print at Alolan. God. The fact that Professor and Arceus are introducing Pokemon is kind of weird. Wake up! Laventon. Do wake up, don't you? Hello, little guys. You're alive, my girl. Cross in general, I mean. It depends on what, like, angle you take on the introductions. For example, like in Oraz, it is weird, because there the introduction exists in universe. But for example, I'm pretty sure up until including Gen 4, I don't know about Gen 5, but up until including Gen 4, I mean, you're like sprung into your little character before you actually start the game, so it has a bit of an isekai quality to it there as well, right? So it's not the professor introducing the world to the characters, but it's the professor introducing the world to you, the player, right? A little bit more immersion building. Who are you? I'd like to ask you the same. I mean, you fell out of the sky, you understand? Now, who in the world does that? I mean, look at me. Fuck yeah. Your clothing is wool. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? I don't know. Let's see, you seem to be in a bit of a pickle. I offer some directions. Do you have any, have somewhere around here you could stay? I don't know. So you don't know anyone here, you don't know where to spend the night. This is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? I don't know. My boys. Let's see. Well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. Splish splash. Oh my, completely forgotten. I had just caught up to these 3 honorary Pokemon when you stumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they knew you'd appear here. Ah, but do you even know what a Pokemon is? Of course I do. Hi, that's a relief. You fell from the sky, it seems you've got some common ground, eh? Well, yes, well, these 3 Pokemon belong to me, mysterious creatures that they are. What are you going to choose? You will... What might your name be? Uh-huh, so you're called Bisa. That name is quite a ring to it, I imagine. It must have some lovely meaning. Buddy, I hate to break it to you. Now this guy is playing Fire Emblem. Yeah, whoever... have fun playing. I don't even know who that person is. I have a bunch of people that I haven't talked with in years on my friends list. But I do apologize, I haven't even introduced myself. The name is Laventon. I'm something of a Pokemon professor. That is to say, I'm a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. Yes, Pokemon such as these here will... Goodbye. Oh, blast and bother! My darling Pokemon, why must you run from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you can help me round them up? I beg you. Wait, you three, wait! I need to settle on an accent to give Laventon. Whee! You're back in... not Sinnoh. Yes. Oh, hey, that's my phone. Glowing, beeping object over there. Let's grab it. Grab it. Let's grab it. That's not even resembles a phone. It's probably your phone, but it's changed shape. You feel strange power emanating from it. Message appeared on the screen. Stow upon thee this arc phone, and thy mission, seek out all... Yeah, you already said that. So is Laventon the ancestor of Birch and Ores or RSE? I know Laventon is an ancestor to someone, but I am blanking like hell on who it was. I genuinely don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was some character from Swish. Let me check. It's Twin Leaf track. Same face as Birch. Yes, I can see it. Yeah. Lola, I'm here for a few minutes with audio off while I'm on my way to a not big... Love your channel, always this episode. Thank you very much for stopping by. I think it was like mostly just Leon and Hop. I don't remember exactly. I try watching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way, but I'm not the best at that sort of thing. I'd love to give you a good go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a bit about the three first. Now that one's Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant, and apparently it battles using its sharp feathers. Oh boy. That one over there is Cyndaquil. Fire burning on its back will flare up when it's surprised or irate. I love how it does the opposite. Like when it does its cry, it does quote unquote flare up, but it's a lot more steady. Nowhere near as well irate. Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating in the water, and it can battle using the chill-like object on its belly. Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing about how to go about catching Pokemon. Give me my balls! Throw these at the Pokemon to catch them. Yeah. Ah, but that won't do for an explanation, will it? I do apologize, let me be more thorough. Now, I've mentioned already that Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. I'm just gonna try and give him a vaguely British accent. I don't know what I'm doing. That's where the Pokeballs come in. Pokeballs are a recent invention, used to be. Throw one of them at a Pokemon and... the Pokemon will shrink down and fit inside the ball, comfy as can be. With that, you've got a Pokemon. I know we've just met, but I'm afraid I've got no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you could catch my 3 runaways. Now, the proper technique is to take aim at the Pokemon, then let the ball fly. It's quite simple. Though, far be it from me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in the area. Alright, yeah, hold ZR. 50! Bruh. Eat it. Someone has no throwing arm, I can relate. Got a Pokemon! It seems you've quite the knack for this Pokemon catching business, Bisa. Jolly useful skill to have around here. Only 2 of my darling runaways left now. Still, this is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. Can I... Where'd he go? Oh, over there. Wink. Where'd a hedgehog at? Can hardly believe it, Bisa. Incredible. You know, many people fear to even approach Pokemon, never mind catch them. Bravo, indeed. I'm going more into, like, heavy Cockney accent now. Just one more go. Let's wrap up this shopish, shall we? There it is. Well, let me backstrike it. No? Okay. Ding! Bit early for that. Buddy. Hitch. Eat my balls. Ding! There you go. I have the balls just stuck to my hand. See, the 3 Pokemon you caught have only just arrived at the village to help with our research. They won't listen to anyone. And as I mentioned, they bolted from the village almost as if they knew you'd come falling. I must say, Bisa, I was taken aback by how well you use Pokeballs. How is it that you catch Pokemon so ably when you've only just arrived here? Also, if they just arrived to the village, did they not get delivered in balls? That would be the assumption, and if so, why don't they get delivered in balls? Why do they get delivered in, why do they get delivered in, like, cages that they can break out of instead of already tamed in balls? What? Just realized that. What the hell? How is it you catch Pokemon so early when you only just arrived here? One can't help but think there's a reason you appeared here now. Phone. Seek out all Pokemon. The object is an ARC phone, you say? An odd device? Be hiding you somehow? If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream. File this region's first complete record of its Pokemon. In this field, we in the field call such a catalog a Pokédex. Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research containing detailed records of all the Pokemon to be found in a region. But in order to properly document Pokemon, one must, of course, catch them. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented, and not many have mastered the skill of using them. And to you, a person with clear talent for catching Pokemon. The goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. Situation ripe for teamwork, don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my girl? Well, Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my girl? Sure. You don't even give me... I just thought that was yes, but hesitant. Which era of Japan do you think this plays in? 11 kind of looks like in 1900. Yeah, it's sort of like that. That's pretty accurate, I think. I even believe, like, Loxton... Once more, I refer you back to Loxton. Man's a Machine. He has a pretty good video on it. From around when PLA came out. I recommend you check out. It goes over all the fashion and tech stuff and where this points at. which is also actually surprisingly close to the Paris reconstruction, which, you know, PA right there. Then whoever and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. We have a Pokédex to complete. First thing first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodgings and find you some proper clothes and a meal and all that. Follow me then, onward to Jubilee Village. I would still put the DPP games rather close to PA? I don't know. There's still a couple hundred years there. Maybe. Don't know when actual Pokemon, like what time frame actual Pokemon games take place in. We do have a relative time frame, relative timeline now, though. In the leaks. See if I can find that real quick. And I am I can't read this for shit. So red green, the extended versions, so blue and yellow, ruby sapphire, and then of course fire and leaf green and emerald as well, all take place at roughly the same time. Then gold, silver, and crystal, and hard gold and soul silver, of course, as well as replacements take place 3 years later. Diamond, pearl, platinum, without specification, a little after that. And then black and white take place about 10 years after diamond and pearl. Years are like 3 human generations, kind of. I forgot when a human generation starts. I mean, we're already like 3 generations in since, like, 3 generations deep since the mid-70s. Which, if I'm not mistaken, that's when millennials start? That's like very late millennials. Or, yeah, very, very late millennials start like end of 70s. I think. And then towards the early mid-90s is where they end, and Zoomers, Gen Z start, and then Gen Alpha starts around the 10s, as far as I know, right? I don't know, like 3 generations, like 50 years. Thank you for your tireless work keeping us safe, my good guardsman. This young lady was of great assistance to me and my Pokemon, so I hope you'll forgive my bringing her into the village for a bit. But yeah, it's like 200 to 150 years, maybe. Is honestly pretty good, like a pretty good time frame. Like before. This way, if you please. It's a pretty good time frame for PLA to happen before. Thing. I understand you must be. Oh my god, I can't even keep up. This road we're on now is connected to the locals as Kanala Avenue. The village was built scarcely 2 years ago. There's much to do yet, and not many to do it. And since we know so little of the local Pokemon, people hesitate to set foot outside the village. Now that impressive building up ahead of us is Galaxy Hall, headquarters for this entire outfit. Looked it up, 20-30 years between human generations, so let's say 25, that would be 8 generations when you go with 200, yeah. I mean, like, right there, we have a Galarian wheezing on the headquarters, right? That's an... Again, it's one of the most common, like, questions slash problems in Pokemon designs is it's kind of a chicken and egg problem, right? Are human inventions that are actual bleh, Pokemon that are themed after actual human inventions and concepts, like the Industrial Revolution oil a or like even a little later oil baron type thing that Galarian Weezing is based on. Like, what's the chicken and egg situation there in the Pokemon world? Is that an adaptation that Weezing have taken on as? Like, did Weezing take up these different properties? Like, all these different visual makings? Or are the human inventions in turn in the Pokemon world based on Galarian Weezing? Is the visual of industrial factories with their smokestacks and are their owners' garments based on Galarian Weezing instead? It's kind of stuff I really like thinking about. But one way or another, the fact that there's a Galarian Weezing present on the Galaxy Team headquarters here means that whichever way around it is, we're at least some way into the Pokemon world equivalent Industrial Revolution, because otherwise we, for one, wouldn't have this in the first place, and second, we're already a ways in, because either Galarian Weezing would have had enough time to adapt to look like this, or it would have had enough time, like the design standards had already had enough time to establish themselves for Galarian Weezing to become iconic, like an iconographic, just iconic for that thing, right? Rule of thumb I always go with: when a Pokemon looks like a human invention, the invention was inspired by the Pokemon, but there are some exceptions. Yeah, that's, I think, the safest bet. The Weezing might have been a pure floating fairy ball thing. Exactly. Oh, hold on, I'm eating. Let's get back to the game, actually. Oh, botheration, I'd almost forgotten. Didn't you go and report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokemon? Might I ask you to wait for me at the canteen? Just past the bridge here, and then to the left. The Wallflower, it's called. Your arc phone is beeping. Somehow it seems to show you where you need to go next. Yes, no worries. I know. God, I love Jubilife Village. It's such a cool hub world. God, I can't wait for ZA. Dear God. Ah. Well, now, are you awfully suspicious? The Wildflower is for Galaxy Team folk only. We don't have seats for outsiders. Move along. Since the smokestacks came kind of first, and then the Cantonian Weezing is just a personification of smog. Yeah, like, that's the thing. That's another thing. You would only have Cantonian Weezing happen after. Well, Galarian Weezing, right? Because they're like inverts of one another. Galarian Weezing cleans the air. Who in the world are you? And what's that bizarre garb you're wearing? Pokemon could slice right through those flimsy excuses for clothes. If you get in here, someone must have vouched for you. If the playable ZA leaked, would you download it? No. I'd probably download it and even load it into an emulator, being completely honest. But I would get cold feet at the title screen. I don't want to spoil myself for something like it. I'm genuinely super excited for ZA. Not because I want to, like... I'm not hyped, but I'm still really excited. Because, man, X and Y just did not do Catalos justice. I keep trying to play X and Y in my off time. I can't. Those games feel like they feel so... They feel like they have all the edges smoothed off in the worst way possible, right? I wouldn't have to get a new Switch for ZA. Nah, it's gonna be a Switch 1 title, 100%. Though I would like to see a next gen patch. Was it Professor Levinton? You two know each other. He's from a region a long way off. Not the most reliable sort, though, letting Pokemon run off and give him the slip and all. 3 more of them got away just a while ago. If I hadn't been resting up after some Pokemon dropped me with a move called Thundershock, I'd have corralled them for sure. But the professor, well... Unfortunately, it's just as... Unfortunately, it's just as Ray says. I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly. Ah! But everything will be quite alright now. Bisa here has agreed to help us with our Pokedex. As in, she's going to join the Survey Corps? What makes you think that's a good idea? We can't just take it any misfit who wanders out of the wilderness. I've tried again and again to hunt for shiny alpha Pokemon that I'll be able to Mega Evolve in ZA, but resetting a game until a different color appears is such soul-crushing, arduous effort. Ah! Assuming the individual can contribute to the Survey Corps, that is. I'm the captain of the Galaxy Team's Survey Corps. You may call me Silene. Silene? I always go with Silene. Is it Silene? Professor Levinton has told me how you helped secure his Pokemon when they slipped his control. And now it seems he would like us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labor. You look to be 15 or so. Quite old enough to work for your keep. Which I think actually is also the age we got for Dawn in the notes? Is it? I don't remember. Shit. We got character notes with the leaks. What was their age? It was either like 15 or 11. Or 12. I don't remember. But we can't simply take on a stranger who wanders in among us without any idea of their skills or origins. Tomorrow we shall see if you can prove yourself worthy. Oh, a most reasonable decision, Captain. Also, this is something I never heard anyone talk about. It's probably been talked about a bunch, but it just clicked for me that this is similar to Lysander in X and Y, like putting a lot of his public identity into being AZ's, to AZ being his ancestor. It actually kind of makes sense for Team Galactic to have the kind of presence they have in Sinnoh, considering, like, if the Galaxy Team's expedition here actually has has the historical impact on the Sinnoh region that we can assume, right? He can rely on his heritage to give him a good name, Cyrus, because he is the fucking word I forgot. Yeah. It's a little. That's interesting to think about. Antagonist? No. Team Galactic being able to establish itself as an organization within Sinnoh by relying on the historical significance of the Galaxy Expedition Team. Descendant. That's the word. Jesus Christ. How would you care to join us for a meal? I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for our visitor. That's quite all right. I prefer to eat alone, so I might appreciate my meals without distraction. I'm okay. Aloof as always, I see. Well, no matter. The rest of us can share a meal and have some pleasant conversation then, eh? Any old chum! The usual potato mochi, if you please, but make it for 3 today. Wonderful stuff, Benny. Much obliged. Your potato mochi never failed to please. Where'd you find this stranger in the first place, Professor? Ah, well, you know, that great hole in the sky? The one people call the space-time rift. Our new friend fell right out of it. Where the hell did I go with that? Was that a joke? Come now, I'm a scientist. My job is to observe and explain any and all phenomena. I concern myself with only facts. Now, you already know there are many Pokémon here in the Hisui region. Sure, they're all over the place, in the grass, in the forest, in the ocean. It's up to us in the Survey Corps to study them and figure out what kind of creatures there are. Well, we know this much. Pokémon are terrifying creatures. Space Time Rift is over the mountain and you woke up on the beach? Hey man, we got some velocity on us. It's all but impossible to know what kind of powers they might possess, or what sorts of wondrous things they can do. That's where Bisa will come in. You successfully caught 3 Pokemon. 3 of them in quick order, you understand? Nobody in the Galaxy team is capable of a feat such as that. This means we can finally begin our Pokemon research in earnest. Did Arceus shoot you out through that rift? That's really something. We can count ourselves lucky when we manage to catch a single wild Pokemon while fending off their attacks. Oh well, to be perfectly fair, the Pokemon that fled to the beach weren't on the attack. The key to catching Pokemon is getting close enough to aim your balls. Well, and it seems our new friend is fearless enough to do just that. Not the only Pokemon game where you start on a beach if you count the spin-off games. Yeah, there's a couple of free games as well, right? I think. Does the Survey Corps really have the leeway to be... Oh, oops. The captain there stored us 10 whole portions of potato mochi, you know? The slow progress on the Pokedex of yours clearly has her on edge. I'm sure we'll start to rein in the good captain's stress eating soon enough. Now have your fill, Bisa. And think, if you make it into the Galaxy team, you'll never have to worry about a meal again. The team provides for all its members' needs, even if said members fell out of the sky. Arceus has a habit of shot-putting Isekai MCs. Yay! Ah. That was quite delicious indeed. You're awfully relaxed about this. You do know that we won't get to join the Survey Corps unless she passes a trial. Not to worry. I have complete confidence in Bisa's skills. Let's hope it's not misplaced. Bisa, was it? For tonight at least, we will provide you with the place to sleep. You may use our quarters there. But if you fail to pass the trial we put to you tomorrow, you must move on. You will be expelled from the village to meet your fate, and perhaps your death by us. I'm okay. Captain Selene's like Hisui in a way. They're both plenty harsh. No. She simply puts on a stern front to help keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turn in for the night, eh? Hope my audio is still fine. I apologize if it's not. Also, I do want to ask again if the actual game audio is good as well. It's a good thing one can tell how far can't fall out of the futons we sleep in here. I imagine our new friends has had enough fallen for one day. And with that, I bid you both a good night. Yeah, sleep tight. Still, people falling from the sky? That's some kind of story. All good audio here? Okay. Well, let's take a nap. A nappy. I wonder why they started calling the region Sinnoh. None of the clans, right? Imagine if they made a game that is set even further back in time. I wouldn't mind at all. I'd love that. Medieval Galarian game. Ooh. What would that be? And I guess the easy answer would be Legends Eternatus. Oh my... oh my god! Imagine a Darkest Day game! Hey in there, you awake? There was some wild lightning last night, right? Anyway, if you're up, come on out. That's what I was thinking, yeah. Did you sleep alright? I know it was not easy in a strange new land. We'd better not keep Captain Celine waiting. Let's hurry to the headquarters. Yeah, I really think something... Oh, man. I really like the idea of a Darkest Day game now. How about exploring the original dragon that split into Zekrom, Reshiram, and Kyurem? That would be very cool. And again, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how well suited Unova would be for a Legends game in terms of geography and layout. But hey, I'd be eager to find out too, so. Like, for example, with ZA, it makes sense for it to be so focused on Lumiose because it is the center point that the entire region is kind of built around, right? Every road that leads out of Lumiose leads back into it as well. I guess Unova is kind of similar, but also not really. First day, and you have to find Zacian and Zamazenta before they turn into legendary Mons. Here we are, Galaxy Hall. What do you think? Never seen a building this grand before. Don't give up. Keep those eyes open. Who's this again? Wild Pokemon, they were everywhere, attacking from all sides. I sent out my partner Pokemon, but this whole pack outnumbered. This is what happens when you go so far afield, but the medical corps will put you to rights. A Hoenn Legend game during the first awakening of Groudon and Kyogre. You, do realize that if you fail your trial and get flung out of the village, you could well die out there. Well, you might die even sooner than that if you have to take on this trial without a Pokemon to be your partner. Captain Celine, ma'am. I've brought Bisa. You may enter. Let us get straight to it. If you wish to join the Galaxy Expedition team, prove yourself capable by going out into the Obsidian Fieldlands and catching 3 different species of Pokemon. Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. 3 species right away? But none of us have ever managed that. Did this stranger not catch 3 different Pokemon only yesterday? My trial should be simple enough for her. If the professor wasn't exaggerating things, that is. Imagine if someone added mods for that games that added actual voice acting. That'd be a hilarious amount of work. The Galaxy team does not have the means to provide for those who only take without giving. If you wish to stay, you must provide beyond any doubt that you'll be an asset to our cause. I will lend you one of our Survey Core satchels to carry whatever you may need in the field. Oh. That whatever it is you're wearing doesn't suit our satchels in the least. Ray, I expect you to step in if anything goes awry. I actually kind of like imagining my own voices for Pokemon characters. Because there are few voices better suited to a character than the one you make up in your head. Yeah, then a jolly good morning to everyone. What do you need, Professor? In order to complete the Pokédex and, well, simply survive in this unforgiving land, Bisa must absolutely pass this trial. And as a professor of Pokemon, I've got just the ticket to help accomplish that. The boys! Go on, Bisa, pick the Pokemon that strikes a fancy. With a partner of your own, you'll be able to fight off the wild Pokemon outside the village. These little darlings are very dear to me, but it's plain to see they're rather curious about you. Well, my girl, which Pokemon would you like to keep as your very own? The choice. Alright, so... I do like my boy Rowlet. I fucking love Rowlet. Pick Rowlet every single time I play through Gen 7. Even for completion's sakes, I don't think I've ever picked anything else about Rowlet. Oshawott. Not actually too big on Oshawott, but I know it's a crowd pleaser. That being said, there's a reason we're playing the game again, so we're going with Cyndaquil. I also really like Sinnoh. Like my second favorite fire starter right after Fennekin. And with that, one of the Pokemon you caught at Prelude Beach for me will now be yours to keep. I'd say second favorite, maybe third. I'm not sure. Torchic. I think Torchic edges it out. Good show. You've talked Cyndaquil back inside its Pokeball for you, so take it. It's yours. A word of advice, my girl. Pay close attention to which Pokeballs are empty and which ones contain a Pokemon when you're out in the field. Prelude Beach? Who named that beach? I mean, it's where the entire, it's where the Galaxy Core landed, right? It makes sense. I think it would be right around where either Sand Gem is or... No, it wouldn't. What the fuck am I talking about? It faces west. It faces west. There's a reason it's called Canela Avenue. So it's... I forget the name, but it's the route out west, out of Jubilife. Let me see. What was it? There's a good reason to always have a PokeWiki tab open. Back. That. To the west, it is Route 118. Right, yeah. So it's on Route 118, I would assume. Or it just might as well just be where Canalave is going to be built. Like, that's also just totally a possibility that Prelude Beach is where later on Canalave will be built, right? I think that's also a distinct possibility. And that the trek between them then is Route 128. Or 218, sorry. Anyways, cuckoo! Look at those two cheer on for their pal Cyndaquil. Or maybe they just want to help Bisa with her trial. That could well be. They did go on dashing from the village when Bisa fell out of the sky after all. Well, not to worry, you two. You will have to... I'll have you assist me with my research for now. True. Splish splash. 118 is in Hoenn. Yeah, everything. All the 100s are in Hoenn. This is why I defaulted to it. 218. By the by, what species has Captain Saline charged you with catching? Well, that's smashing. All three of those species can be found in the Obsidian Fieldlands. Let me give you some Pokeballs to use during your trial, then. There's a stream that goes through Jubilife Village, which the bridges go over. I wonder if it eventually breaks its banks and becomes the one the Canalave Drawbridge spans. I would assume that's the one that we ultimately see on Route 218. Canalave Drawbridge, that's like Canalave's harbor, I think is artificial. It's like a dugout. Like a canal. Canalave, you know? Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a dugout bay harbor. These Pokeballs may be handcrafted, but they work a treat, as you've already seen. We'll have this trial cleared in no time. Let's be off. I'll show you the way to the Obsidian Fieldlands. Meet me at the gate to your left as you leave headquarters. We're already an hour in and are just now starting to actually play the game. Oops. Tell you, man, I can yap about Pokemon for so long. I did mention a while ago that I want to do a bunch more gameplay streams as well. Also did a thing in Discord survey for what kinds of streams, like just chill out streams people would like to see. But maybe. Oh, what a curious getup you have there. I can already tell you're quite the character. I'm Volo of the Ginkgo Guild, the go-to choice for any of your mercantile needs here in Hisui. I've heard talk about you. Fell from the sky, didn't you? Now that's certainly a tale I'd like to hear. Oh, and you've a Pokemon. You're certainly full of interesting surprises. Investigating the odd and novel is to any good merchant's success, so what do you say? How about you and I see how our Pokemon stand up to one another in battle? Sure! I like you better and better. What a delightful find. I've also heard about this trial you're to attempt. Let's have a quick battle to get your blood pumping before you head out. I do believe that Prelude Beach is where Canalave is. The beach does a turn toward the north, I think. Yes, exactly, which is why I corrected myself there. I mean, 218 also has its river/inlet type thing turn off to the north, but I would assume that that is the river we see here in Jubilife Village. Like, I would assume that as it grows, maybe... Like, my assumption would be that the Poketch building, roughly, is where Galaxy headquarters is now. I think that would make decent sense, right? That scans, right? That Canela Avenue is the top west to east through road. And then roughly where the Galaxy headquarters is now would be where Pokech Company is. I hope you know, if you lose, your Pokemon's HP reaches 0. Galaxy Building is at the end of the avenue, right? Yes, but the entirety of Jubilife Village is, like, Jubilife Village is, like, different from Jubilife City in the end. Because if the river that runs through Jubilife City is the one that that ultimately is en route to 18, then all of Jubilife City would have to be behind the headquarters. Like, ultimately Jubilife City would have to be behind the headquarters, because Canela Avenue is what becomes, later on, Route 218. Right? Hold on. I got this. Image. Tab. And Route 218. Alright, let me pull that over. Now, where's my... variable capture? Here. This is Jubilife, right? Where's my cursor? There you go. Got Jubilife here. Right, so if we assume that Pokech Building here is where the Galaxy headquarters is, right? This, roughly around here. Then this, like, if it's around here, then this is where Canela Avenue is. And this is the, like, towards the gate would be going down here, which that scans. This is the DP version of Jubilife. And if we go to Route 118, this is what the river in Jubilife Village would be. And this whole stretch, this entire route, is what Canela Avenue would be. I still think the Galaxy Building is on the east end. Yeah, but then where the fuck does the river go? That's what doesn't really make sense. And I think the Pokech Company would be the kind of company to pride itself on being built on historical ground. Anyways. Inko Guild member Volo, challenge you to a battle. Whoopee. Rivers can shift over time, of course, but like $200? That route is probably Prelude Beach, but that doesn't really make much sense. That is just Canalave. There's no beach on that route. And the water doesn't come in that far south on that route. Or on Prelude Beach. Sorry. Meanwhile, in Canalave, that water only comes so far in because it's a man-made canal harbor. And also, it would make sense for them to build a harbor on the beach that, you know, people first, like the Galaxy team, first arrived to Hisui/Sinnoh back in the day. It would make sense to build a harbor there, a historic harbor, which is what Canalave is, right? It's also why it's called Prelude Beach. It's where the Galaxy team landed first. Edition team. Ah, I'm eating! Follow! You bitch! It's always good to have your Pokemon do battle. Good fun to have your Pokemon do battle, don't you think? And as they gain experience through battle, they'll learn more moves and grow even stronger. So few Pokemon people here have their own Pokemon. If only more knew how to use balls. At any rate, let me help you, our two battlers recover from that little exercise. And to you, my Skyfallen friend, send some potions and thanks. Yay! You can use them on your Pokemon whenever they might be worn out from battle. Balls. I'll be hoping that you're successful in that trial of yours. More Galaxy team members means more customers for yours truly, after all. You can battle that well. I've got a feeling you may have your trial well on hand, even if it's got more to do with catching than balancing. Now to the Obsidian Field Lands. Also, Jubilife is built elevated, on like an elevated platform. Look around. I mean, there's a hill right behind Galaxy headquarters. It would make sense that if Jubilife City is built on an elevated level, that's where it would be built. Pick a destination from your map and let rest the guardsmen here know where you're off to. That way someone can collect you if things go wrong. Yeah, balls. Hey, I hope you make it through this. Like there's a hill right behind Galaxy headquarters. But there are hills all around Hisuian Jubilife. Yeah, and there's hills to the north of 1-218 as well. That makes perfect sense. As far as I'm aware, the route, which would then be, yeah, north of Jubilife, like right around here on the map. Oh, wait, hold on. Bink! If we look at the map, if we look, right, look at the map. There we go. Like in this area, that's hilly too. This area right here. And here too, there's a freaking, this is the first time we go through a mountain back here. That's a place we go to in the Obsidian Fieldlands. And Sand Gem Beach too. And the Lake of Valor too, which that also perfectly lines up both with the ultimate route 218 and Jubilife Village. Like, Jubilife Village is pretty much straight north from the lake. And that's where Route 218 is. Valor, I don't know them exactly off the top of my head. I'm sorry if I got it wrong. Like, the locations are literally perfect for that river to be Route 218. Is that like in PLA? Yes, of course. We don't even have a compass in Jubilife Village. If nothing else, that's even more confirmation for me. Like, this year is Canalave. This is where Canalave will be built. And this stretch, the Canala Avenue is Route 218. And then Jubilife is ultimately built back here. Up on the hills. Verity is the one close to Tinleaf. My bad. I haven't played Sinnoh enough to, like, in too long and not enough. Not enough to have it burnt into my memory, and it's been too long to have recent memory of it. Your trial will take place outside the safety of the village. Please take care to come back alive. And here we see it just better. Like, it's just a hand drawing, but Jubilee Village is straight north from the lake. About as straight north as you can get. Again, it's just a hand-drawn map, so it's not perfect and definitely not reliable. But I do think it checks out. This is our base camp. It's where we start and finish our surveys. Now remember what you've got to do. You've been tasked with catching 3 species of Pokemon: Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. I'm curious to see if the professor's story about you are really true. Oh, Professor, something wrong? Well, you see, Captain Celine got hold of me after you left. She impressed upon me that I bear full responsibility for whatever happens to our sudden guest. He doesn't let up. How exactly are you supposed to help out here, Professor? To be honest, my dear boy, I don't intend to lift a finger. Bisa's talents are the real deal. She'll pass with flying colors, you see. So in other words, I'm still the one bearing responsibility here. Not my ideal state of affairs. Let's just get this started. You'll be more than equal to this, Bisa. If it's roughly straight north, it might be what becomes Canalave. It actually could be the Galaxy building that turns into the library. That's too far west. That's way too far west. The library is west of the canal. That would mean they'd have to dig the canal behind the headquarters. This is Aspiration Hill. Look, Bidoof! Find the Pokemon. Oh, yeah, okay, we're already finding Pokemon. Goodbye. You may see some sort of prodigy, but just in case, here's what Captain Celine taught me. Bidoof is a mellow Pokemon, which means it doesn't tend to run away when you approach. Come carefully, let your Pokeball fly, and you ought to be alright. Beep boof, beep boof, beep boof. Bing. See? Got this. One Bidoof caught. Now we on march. Now on we march. Where? Oh, there's a Starly. Yeah, Legend of Zelda keeps changing Hyrule all the times as well, so Pokemon messing around with locations like that could still fit. Yeah, but in Hyrule we have actual passage of time. That we have passage of time here happening as well, of course. But like, that's why I'm saying these places line up really well. I don't know why you're trying to make it different, even though they already line up pretty well with what I'm laying out here, I think. Like, if the issue is that, oh, I guess, yeah, you know, they're building all the stuff for in front of Galaxy headquarters off to the west, then sure, I guess. I don't see how that changes anything about the rest of Jubilife City down the line possibly being built behind and south of the headquarters rather than built up from what already exists. We don't know what happens in the meantime. And like geographically, it just all lines up. The river has to go somewhere. That goes through the village. And Prelude Beach makes perfect sense to turn into Canalave. Like... Now Starl here is the type to run at the drop of a hat. Like it's running to me. We'd love to see a 3D modeler trying to turn history into modern Sinnoh. Yes, absolutely. If I knew how to like extract stuff and grab like the model myself, some modder probably already has gotten their hands on it. But I'd love to try and get my hands on it, like maybe even turn it into a VRC world or something like that, so you could actually visit it. That'd be so cool. And that's Starly caught too. I admit I'm impressed so far. Thanks. I forgot to share another smidgen of wisdom. How to throw your partner's Pokeball. To quote Captain Saline's wise teachings, have an item at the ready, but want to send out a Pokemon? Press X. Pokemon... yeah, okay. Captain's a real expert on these things, buddy. And once you got a Pokemon ready, try aiming for certain rocks, like this one. Pokemon will hunt for berries and things, and it'll bring back whatever it finds. Now it's time for your partners to shine. You've reached your final hurdle, catching a Shinx. Okay. Ocean Wheel. Oh boy. There it is. Shinx. Shinx has an aggressive disposition. Did you know that already? Yep. Figures. Me, I have to focus on a Pokemon carefully to notice a thing like that. Once aggressive Pokemon get wound up, they'll knock away any Pokeballs you throw. But not to worry, I'll teach you the trick to catching them. You draw them into battle. Once it's caught up into the heat of battle, you can throw a Pokeball to try and catch it. You got a few Pokemon of your own to use now, don't you? Take one of their balls and throw it at a wild Pokemon you want to battle. Use what you learned in your battle with Voldo. Get out there and make your last catch. I don't know, I think I'll just catch it, but thanks. Really Shinx. Oh, you're not letting me get away from it? Man, why you gotta script this shit? Fine. Good boy. I'm not fighting that. I'm just tossing balls. Bing. Syrians will cut down any and all berry trees. Wait, did you really? You really did it! You did it! How many species of Pokemon caught? You really are some kind of prodigy. Honestly, I wonder why the berries turn into bushes in these 150 to 200 years. I think that's just... I mean, we only really see berry trees nowadays. And even in the anime, for the longest time, forever in the anime, they've been larger trees. It's just an abstraction that the older games made to turn them into bushes. Though I do like the bushes, I feel they are more characteristic. Must have given Professor Lavin the shock of his life. First you fall up in the sky, then you go and catch all of our escaped Pokemon one after another. I honestly didn't believe the professor's story until I saw you in action myself. And here you are with 3 Pokemon caught. You've completed your trial. And the berries have the size of actual fruits in the anime? Yeah, exactly. There's actual concept artwork of that. Let me see if I can find that. I exported some of it for the week video. I don't have to go and look. Folders themselves. Image. What is it? Someone in the card folder? It's probably card folder. I did not take care of keeping these sorted nearly enough, but it's obviously a lot less. Yeah, there we go. I've got it. Okay, here. So, for example, the cherry berry, for example, is the size of an actual cherry. Let me turn that up, and there we go. Yeah, we have concept art for cherry berries. They actually just look like cherries. You can see Ash holding one down there. I think Orans are actual berries, while citrus are something like a peach. Orans are oranges. The name. Was that in the leak as well? There's every berry that was in Gen 3 in the leak as concept art. I just only have that one on hand right now. Oh, I'd say you passed the trial with flying colors, and it seems you went and did just with that. No, they're blue, not orange. Yeah, but they're based on oranges. Congratulations, Bisa. You're taking your first step towards seeking out every Pokemon. This calls for a commemorative photograph. Yay. I've got to admit, it's true. You've got real talent for this. Now then, we'd best report to Captain Saline. Time to head back to Jubilee Village, eh? And citrus berries, as far as I'm aware, are based on a kind of pear. Eventually, you should be able to have Pokemon you've caught go live in the village pastures. Most Pokemon a person can have with them while out exploring is 6. Apparently, not that we have anyone who can manage that. Come now, you two, let's not dilly-dally. Captain Silene awaits our report at headquarters. It's still early in the morning and I already got this down. Can't wait to see the captain's reaction. Yeah, I was thinking pear, not peach. Yeah. Pecha berries are peaches. Shocker, I know. I don't like berry trees in the newer games. I'm a big fan of berries, Gen 3 through 6. So in Gen 6, I mean in Gen 5 was Dream World. Which, what? Why? You can't even grow berries in Gen 5 now anymore because they were only in the Dream World. You could only do so in the Dream World. And then Gen 6, it was the berry farm. Which that had its own system thing. Like, it had its own super complex farming and berry breeding system. Which, super cool, but again... Why do you only let us place berries, like plant berries in a single spot? Please. Let me plant berries out in the overworld. We can still have, like, berry breeding and farming, or, like, complex crossbreeding system thing. As long as we have, like, 3 berry spots right next to each other. Why? Why? I want berries to be berries again, man. Not just random trees you find random berries lying under. Gen 7 also has a berry farm and the berry trees. Gen 7 has a berry farm that you can't even use. It just has a place called the berry farm. You can't actually use it as a farm. I believe I had a Pokemon in the Dream World when it got shut down. Oh no. Like, it grinds my gears so much. Like, again, in Gen 7... you can't even use the berry farm. You can't plant and farm berries at all. You just have the ones you find randomly under trees. But hey, you get a new one every day under each tree, so you don't need a farm. That's basically what they tell you. I don't like that, not one bit. I mean, yeah, it's true, but I don't like it. I much prefer being able to grow them on my own. I never interacted with the Dream World. I've never played Gen 5, so yeah, me neither. There's actually partial source code for the Dream World in the game, in the leaks. It seems we won't have to leave you to die after all. And they just have apples in SV. Congratulations. You've passed your trial. You can hold on to that satchel. I must admit, you've impressed me. I set a high hurdle to judge whether a stranger like yourself could be worthy, but you cleared it. Is this yours? The official uniform of the Survey Corps. Receive the Survey Corps uniform and a pair of Survey Corps sandals. Get changed in the room you used last night. And report. Oh. Send yourself in uniform to our commander. This is your first official order from your captain. Okay. But I don't wanna. And they just have apples and SV, Wilson Swish. I mean, it's still berry trees. Similar to... Really, they're pretty similar to Sun and Moon. Why do I have contacts with me? Huh? Like, why do I just have these? And the real apples used for the apple worm Pokemon? Why not? Or E as well. Look at you in the Starbay car uniform. Oh, it finally feels like you're one of us. I do wonder when the captain decided to go ahead and get a uniform ready for you. I see you've changed. Regarding your accommodations, you may continue to use the room you slept in last night. You may wear this as well. No! Give me back my hair clips. I really like Dawn's hair clips. Now present yourself to the commander. Arceus set onto the confuse those guys with changing eye colors. Alright, Kamado's at the 3rd level. I forgot. Bro just has a hulking thing to himself. And a base, TBH. I have been waiting for you. I am Kamado, commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. So you're Bisa. An honor. You know, your manners at least. I've been briefed on your situation, including how you fell from the rift in the sky. I was thinking Galaxy Building turns into the library because it has like 3 floors in the library in the basement. Library in Canada only has 2. Now then, let's see what you're made of. Face me in combat. Let's go. Yeah. You've got some fight in you. Your sumo needs work, but I do see some potential. Don't expect a warm welcome from everyone. Naturally, some will be slow to trust an outsider who literally fell right out of the blue. The superstitious among us might see our arrival as a portent of disaster. I don't remember DPP very well. It's okay. Neither do I. But, like, I remember rough jests and everything. You passed the trial that was put to you. No matter how odd you may seem, you're part of the Jubilife village now. Dedicate yourself to the work of the Galaxy Expedition Team and complete the Pokédex. But I warn you, Bisa. Pokemon are terrifying creatures. Keep your wits about you as you work. Kamado will try to sumo throw bird Pokemon. Correct. But yeah, I did never actually complete the original game. I got to like 8 stars, I think. So the commander has also accepted you. But I understand this. You begin as a no-star recruit among our ranks. In other words, you have no rank at all. Did you ever play the GameCube games? I never owned a GameCube, so no. Perform well as a member of the Survey Corps and you will move up through the ranks. Indeed, you see, the more you add to the Pokédex, the higher your rank will become. And working on the Pokédex will also, of course, bring you closer toward that goal of yours. To seek out every last Pokémon. Totally messed up his accent there, sorry. Here, you will need this. Woo, Pokemon recipe. first console I ever actually owned for myself was this Switch. We had a family Wii that was essentially mine, but the Wii had like Battle Revolution and Poké Park. Like, that's kind of it. I didn't have any of them, though I wanted Poké Park. But yeah, I have a Game Boy Advance, DS Lite. I then bought a 2DS for myself. That was the first console I bought for myself. And then later I gave that when I went into training and was able to afford a 3DS with Sun and Moon. That's a new 3DS XL and a Sun and Moon edition, actually, that I bought with my copy of Moon in like a bundle. I gave my 2DS to my cousins. And 3,000 Poké Dollars as well. You will have to buy the necessary materials. Or I'll just grab them. The Aura region does have some interesting looking cities, and every single Pokemon Center has a unique interior. Yeah. I don't know, man. I do kind of want to give the GameCube games a shot, because I'd never played them, and they have relevance, of course, to Gen 3, so, you know, Corundum, I kind of have to properly get the whole picture. Ray, you're expert at crafting yourself. Teach our new recruit what she needs to know. Yes, ma'am, Captain. Get ready for a lesson in crafting. Crafting means making items from scratch. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip through this. I'm sorry. Yeah, listen to you prattle on. Yeah, also, I do want to start relating the videos that I make a bit more to Corundum. The, like, miscellaneous ones, right? Because a lot of what I do, like, for example, the upcoming the Pokeball video, scans with a skip tutorial option too much to ask for. I honestly don't mind just mashing through it. Well, then, you're earning a place on our team. My name's Athy. I'm the local clothier. The professor asked that I ready you a change of clothes, so here you go. I do hope they fit. Yay. I hope you'll avail yourself of the village humble shops. Hey, this way to the craft works. What was I saying now? God damn it. But yeah, the Pokeball video, for example, that I'm working on, I'm actually going to be doing something a little spacey there. Of course, not all Pokeballs exist in Gen 3 yet, but due to Poke Emerald expansion, they do. So I'm actually going to turn that a little bit on its head. So if you remember the update video, I mentioned that I want to talk about Pokeballs from the angle of player customization. So that will be down to Pokeballs, not just visually, but also like their designs, but also their capture effects. If you look at Pokeballs, they all have unique capture effects, like the sparkles, the energy. It all looks different. Each of them has a different type, different style. And that's kind of what I want to touch on. Of course, there's ball capsules as well that like go lean doubly hard into that. Yeah, I kind of want to turn a bit on its head, because due to Poke Emerald expansion, I have all Pokeballs available in Corundum. So I'm going to be taking a look at them in a Gen 3 way. That is under the assumption that Poke Emerald expansion actually has unique effects for all of them, which I don't actually know if it does. But if it does, that's what I'll be doing. Yes, it's self-explanatory. I still haven't made a be right back screen. I'm sorry. Let's make some Poke Boys. Look at Ray popping off. Oh, that's some fine craftsmanship. Hard to believe that was your first time stepping up to the workbench, my girl. You'll recall, of course, that Pokemon possess the odd power to shrink themselves down. With the Pokeballs we craft, we can make use of that power to catch them. It's just the thing Okay, that's one thing to just drop. Also, that more Pokemon species can be duly recorded in the Pokedex. And on that note, here you are. Thank you. I thought they took the random Apricorn stuff from Gen 2 and Kurt for PLA. I mean, obviously. Yeah. I've prepared this volume just for you. I hope it aids you well in your aim to seek out all the Pokemon there are in this grand region. It'll take plenty of research tasks to help the professor complete the Pokedex. I've got to get going on those myself. Felt. I'd be all too happy to explain more about the research tasks I could use your assistance with. Come join me at the Field Lands camp whenever you're ready, my good Bisa. Yes, I will. But honestly, a nut and a stone is like all you need for a Pokeball. Is kind of insane. Hey, excuse me, I couldn't help it over here. If you go to the Field Lands camp, would you mind taking care of a request for me? Sure, I'm a standing guard, so I can't leave my post, but I'll be here at headquarters if you want to talk about it. There's an NPC in Gen 2 who mentions apricorns being used for catching in the early days. Yeah, it's how Pokeballs were traditionally made. Like, that's one of the first things we learned about how Pokeballs are made. First thing we learned was that Silphco invented or created the current iteration of Pokeballs that we enjoy in the modern day. And the second thing we learned about Pokeballs is that they used to be made with apricorns by people like Kurt. Hey, so there's this Pokemon called Wurmple. Heard of it? Yeah. You see, I was having a chat with Professor Lavender, and he'll tell me that after a Pokemon gains a certain amount of experience through battling and the like, it'll sometimes change its appearance and become stronger. He said it was a phenomenon called evolution. Yes? So I decided I want to raise a Wurmple myself and have it evolve. You're part of the Survey Corps, aren't you? If you catch a Wurmple, could you let me have it? There'll be a reward in it for you, I promise. Just get me a Wurmple if you can. Okay, Wurmple can evolve. True. And you? Yeah, Shank's ears had odd markings on the inside, but what are they? No use, I can't remember. This will keep me up all night. Hey, aren't you with the Survey Corps? If you catch a Shinx, could you show it to me? Gotta see one with my own eyes. Please, I can't remember for the life of me what those ears look like. It's driving me up the wall. So wasn't the Great Ball developed in Gen 3, or am I misremembering that? You are misremembering that. The Devon guy who you help, Devon employee who you help, gives you a Great Ball that they've made as a gift. But they didn't invent Great Balls, as far as I'm aware. It's not a development of theirs, but a product they built for Hoenn in that case. Which that's also one of the reasons why I'm building like a second tower. Word for what choice of words there. Yeah, that's why I'm building another corporate tower right next to Devon Course in Rustboro. That's gonna be where Silphco is gonna have like a branch, their Hoennian branch, like right next door to Devon, and it's kind of a rivalry they've got going on there. Oh, so the sun's rising over there. So that would be the east. Yeah. Would it be the east? Mount Coronet's over there. That would be the east. From Jubilife. Geography's hard, man. Pokeball Factory in XY was cool. True. Alright, I am going to take a very short break. Go and grab a snack, grab a drink, stretch your legs and we will be back very quick. I still do not have an AFK card. This is still my old one. I'm sorry. Let's go here. Alright, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, hello. Let's head to the field lens. Play the game, finally. Good lord, took us long enough. Righto, then let's get onto it, shall we? In order to complete this Pokedex of yours, there are a great many research tasks I'll need your help to carry out, my girl. The details of these tasks can be found in the Pokedex for you to reference anytime. Yes, research tasks. Research tasks. You must catch and battle diverse Pokemon species and carry out plenty of research tasks. Do so, and you'll gain research points and other rewards for your work. Now, there's one more nugget of wisdom I've got to share, Bisa. Wild Pokemon may attack you at any time. When they do, dodge like your life depends on it. Come again? Look, just watch me, would you? Then you'll be able to copy what I do. Dodge roll. Here I go! Whee! I wish those research tasks were in the mainline game, right? I can't wait for ZA, man! I'm so pumped for ZA. I'm sorry. But man, see, that's how you dodge. Highly dodge will keep you from getting hurt by the fierce attacks of wild Pokemon, and that's key if you'd rather not end up blacked out in some field like I did. When those Shanks got me with Thundershock, I might have been done if the security cord hadn't come and saved me. But hey, no need to worry. You've got me here to give you tips. I'll teach you plenty. Yeah, God, I'm so excited for today. I'm sorry. Hello, Bidoof. Might see a decom pack with a research task one day if someone hasn't done it already. Probably. Imagine as like a Legends, or Legends Arceus. We don't know how ZA is gonna look like. A Legends Arceus style game in the Gen 3 engine. Ah. That sounds cool. Interesting. Not quite sure how you would do, like, field capture or anything like that. Depends on how you could implement stuff like overworld Pokemon with AI and everything. I feel like that would be a hilarious amount of work. But, you know, who knows? You know, if someone's able to work Game Boy assembly, like GBA assembly enough, then anything goes. That's the great thing. I believe there was a ROM hack that tried doing it. Right? You do! Goodbye. It's time to battle Pokemon. Remember the captain switching with them? Yeah, yeah. So I need to do catch 3, evolve 1, and do the side quests. Pink! Oh, I'm on Pokemon. Oops. So much for the switching advice. Yay! Yay. Dropped an Oranberry. Wait. On this guy. Can't? Okay. Just toss it then. God damn it, I'm still on Cyndaquil. Oops. Fine. Critical capture. Okay, man. I think it matters in this game. Oh, caught a heavy chunka. Chungoose. Again, I need to switch to items. I have not played this game in way too long. I'm sorry. Slow down. Oh, you want me to slow down? But so many hours in this game, it's peak Pokemon. It is very good. I know I'm laying it on thick, but you don't... Yeah. Come on now. Let me play the game. I'll go wait for you up ahead. Come catch up once you finish some task. We have catch without spotting, evolving, feeding, and different forms. Oh yeah, gender forms. Pink. Bruh. Just got it. Whee! Isn't there another one somewhere back here? And I wouldn't call it peak Pokemon, but it's definitely a fucking fantastic way to start off a new sub-series. Bruh. Any Starly ran away from me once and I wasn't happy. Gotta do some shiny hunting in this game too, don't I? Because it is relatively easy, right? If I'm not mistaken. Hello, Shinx. Bruh. You do not see me. You know, Skullvile could have added biology lessons task where you have to find a certain Pokemon and catch it or defeat it. Yeah, I feel like this kind of gameplay would have been great in Scarlet and Violet. Really fitting for the Academy setting. Bruh. How did it spot me? Eee! Run away! Dodge roll, just like Ray said. Bitch! The auto spot and the failed catch. Yeah, I know. Aggressive Pokemon auto spot like that. Sucks. I feel like they shouldn't do that when you're hidden. See, like that. That's what usually happens. What else did you have to do? We gotta catch, gotta see it use quick attack. Oops. And evolve them. Thank you. Another one over here. Nope. Don't want to throw another one. Didn't throw another one. Whew. My god. Oh, wait. Got a bunch. Ooh, Moby Doof. You go grab a bunch more over there. Be boof. Be boof. Moby. I love eating balls. Bruh. There. Aw, I went through too far. Oh, hello. Bruh. What? Huh? You still have Pokeballs? I have 8. Way too little. Oh god, there's already Weasel. Kobe? Damn, just short. That's too far. Girl. I ran into the Alpha Snorlax when I was at this part. I think we all did. I think the game is designed for that to happen. For you to be like, hey, yeah, let's... All this tutorialization's a bit much. Let's go in the other direction first. And they're immediately greeted with the Alpha Snorlax. I think that's intended. Stay fucking still. Thank you. Alright, a bunch of tasks done. Oh, two, okay. Oh, there's Shinx. Hello. Come on. Ripple! I need one of you. Wait. Oh, it's facing me. No, it's not. Brother. Have a berry. I'm out of balls. I kind of want to play PLA in VR. I don't see VR happening without a PC port. Not with that odd attitude. Not officially. It. Hold on! Hold on! Let me check something real quick. What engine is PLA built on? Is it something homebrew? Like, built on their... that they built on their own? Google has the extremely helpful question that it's... or the extremely helpful AI-generated answer that it's built on the proprietary engine. Thanks, Google. It's so useful. Could be Unity. I was guessing off the... I would have guessed off the top of my head Unreal. Because I think I remember something like that. But it might just be that Scarlet and Violet were built in Unreal? I think? Something like that. It was one or the other. I genuinely don't remember. I think it was Scarlet and Violet that are built on Unreal, right? BDSP use Unity? Yes, I know that. BDSP use Unity, which is also why they are so incredibly moddable. Which that's definitely something that's genuinely something I want to look into once I actually finish BDSP. And I want to both finish... I don't know if I want to finish my first playthrough. I could also just grab everything on that save file right away, right now. We saw earlier I was just outside the Pokemon League, so I think it would be it would be very funny, if nothing else, to just stop now and restart. I think that would be be a little. I do want to play through them at least once before, and I also want to do Pokédex completion for home. I want to see if I can somehow get the Meloetta in time while that promo is still going on, but for that I'm going to need to play a lot of Pokemon. So y'all going to be seeing me stream a lot more soon here. Whenever I feel like it, really. Whenever I feel like playing Pokemon, you're all going to see me stream. Oh, look at their facial expression. Ah, man. These games are so good. Just a tiny thing like that. Just a tiny detail, but like... Ugh. No, leave me alone. Like, look at Akari's face now. Looking back at the ball, and their cat caught. That's so cute. I would love to be able to play these games without any performance issues. Just wait for the Switch 2. It's gonna bring enough beef for this to run without big issues, I think. It's gonna be beefy enough. It kind of has to be worth the upgrade. Why'd you wake up now? Go back to sleep. It's still doing the sleeping sound, but it's not laying down. Is there another sleeping one somewhere around here? PLA runs on the Havoc physics engine. That doesn't mean jack shit. That's just middleware. That genuinely doesn't mean anything. Havoc has been in use since 2004. Just in physics, right? It's actually what made Half-Life 2 have as incredible physics as it did at the time. Kobe? Ah, just shy. Bruh. Don't think I can hit it from here. Come on! Really? I can hit that. It's too far. When I go 6 also used Havoc, and look how that turned out. I mean, next to... I'll be real, basically every 3D game that you've played in the past 20 years has used Havoc as its physics engine. Short. Hey, Bidoof. Eat apricorns. You too, eat apricorns. God damn it. Eat rock apricorn. Hey, Ponyta. I keep wanting to use my triggers and bumpers for confirmation. Unusual. I mean, we'll get to that just here. Giving it food. Give some. Nope. And just hit it instead. Okay. Fantastic. Honestly, this game could have done with a system where you can ride your own Pokemon. I mean, I do think it's fine The way you can just get get the right Pokemon that you get. I think it's plenty. Would have been cool to ride your own, yes. Eat the orange, you orange horse. Eat the blue, you orange horse. Eat the blue. Or Starly. Ah, try to go with the back angle. Didn't work. Come on. Way too far away, okay. I want to change out your Pokemon? Nah. We stand over leveling your starter in this household. You have 3 Bidoofs in your party and you need to evolve some other mons as well. Did I stutter? Eevee. Actually, I should make more Pokeballs as well, so... Let's put a pin in the Eevees for now. We need the 3 Bidoofs. Exactly! That's what I'm saying. Can't have enough Bidoof. Of all the mons you could ever get enough of. Bidoof ain't one of them. That's for sure. Have some tasty treats. Do Wurmple not eat? I guess Wurmple don't eat. Doesn't make kind of sense, but well. Eat Apicorn. Whee! No. Come on. Eat the ball. Or are you just like Laventon? That's what I thought. Kinda strange that we never see a dam built by Bidoof or Barrel. Good point. Water physics. Oh my god. Oh, there's the fucking Rapidash. Hello. Such a rad model. God, look at that. I love the Rapidash model in this game. I know it's not very different. From what we get in other ones, but damn, so good. I'm Junior back here. Okay, that's good to know. How far we are down already. Just running around. Looking to ride Mon, I know, but generic, I want to ride the Burning Horse. What are you? Some kind of western... No, eastern. Or western. I forgot. Oh god. Some kind of whichever hunt of the one whichever of the 2 hunters it was. Vivichoke. Also, yeah, there's another thing, like the fact that we actually get to collect all the ingredients for the medicine that we've gotten used to over the years, that's super cool. We now know what revives are made out of. potions for that matter, right? We can basically just assume that the Silphco variants, they're like or the mass-produced variants in later games, are just more potent versions of these. Also, I just love that there's a freaking first-person cam in this game. I could have thought of that. Like, genuinely asking, if you gave this game, like, if you had a fan, if you gave this game to a fan in development, as it is, without the first-person camera you get when using the lock-on button, do you think they would have suggested that? No. Do you think there's a single one that would say no to that feature? Hell no! This is freaking awesome! What are you, Charlie? Alright, let's go talk with Ray. Head back to camp. Actually... I don't know, I just know that Rash ones wrote a Rapid Dash and a Race, and if you piss one off while riding it, it will burn you. Yeah, of course, they have control of their main. First person means it could be VR, I don't know, it doesn't work that way, but still. That's what I was thinking, Unreal. If you could somehow get if this was an Unreal, and you could somehow get a port to PC working, then you can just use the UE for VR injector, and you would have a VR game. Around here, you can find a Pokemon called Weasel. It's got an aggressive disposition. That means it'll try to hit you with its moves, just like Shinx, and you'll need to battle to catch it. Also, Larian Rapidash looks like it has a fluffy mane. Don't let it fool you. Being a Witcher, your research task for Weasel includes seeing it use a certain move. You gotta see the move in battle for it to count towards that task, so battling is extra key here. I'm going on ahead. Come catch up once you've checked off some of Weasel's tasks. Okay. I'm gonna go back to camp first. A bunch. What was it again? We need 10 for each, right? And boosted ones count for 2. So we've gotten 8 down on Bidoof. Pretty. I would just have to evolve one of them. Which I don't know what we need to evolve a Bidoof again. What level? I mean, it's level 7. They're all level 7. They're all female. My entire party is female except for the Cyndaquil. Hey, yo! What is going on here? Where's Laventon? Why'd Laventon leave? Her? Taking another 25 bells. Oh, but I want to switch Pokemon. It's the thing, I don't really have the most variety right now. But I do have enough to make for varied team with that. Oh, there's Laventon. He just didn't load in. Imagine if modders expanded Legends Arceus to include more areas and Pokemon. Honestly, I don't know how many more areas you would want to include. Pretty much everything, all the biomes of Sinnoh are here. Steel Mountain? I mean, yeah, the mainland ones. Eat apricorn. Let's go. Also, hey, guess what? I forgot to the record button when I started the stream, so if I make a highlight video out of this, you're gonna get it in glorious 720p. Actually, I might just download the stream through YouTube, like through JDownloader. That way I don't have to do that. This is a weasel task, and grab a bunch of BBs. Want EVs. Give me EVs. Isn't each region kind of themed after a season? I guess? Not wrong. That's also just kind of how they are in Sinnoh. I love Eevee. I have to do catch without being spotted, catch, give food, evolve, investigate more about how Eevee works. I assume that just means evolve more. Let's give Eevee some food. Berry. We on that Aoi Yuki type shit today. Look at that, 3 tasks in 1. Desire the fluff of the Eevees. There's the boils. There's the boils at. Why am I talking like Meowth? Oh, sniped! Funny that I don't really care for Pikachu, but love Eevee. Same. That was, in fact, a large Boethel. Which is Chonga. Nope, that went too far. Can I feed you guys? You guys like eating? Want to have some berries? Catch. Go. It's pretty common, yeah, but still, it's funny. What would Pokemon have become if they made Eevee the mascot? Not Pikachu, not Clefairy, but Eevee. Really makes you think, that one. Doesn't really. I love Eevee. I love the Pokemon too. Context, one of my father's dogs is called Eevee. She's the absolute cutest. Genuine best dog in the world. Wasn't Clefairy considered one at one point? Clefairy was originally intended to be the main mascot. That's also why it's the protagonist's Red's Pokemon in the not adventures, but the other Pokemon Red special. The Pokemon Special manga, I think, is what it was called. Bleh. I'll eat you something. Very something to eat first. Are you angry at the fucking berry, man? Catch. First Pokemon manga? Yeah, I think it's Pokemonster Special. That's what it's called. Need more materials, Cyndaquil. Yeah, yeet. Where's Ray? Oh, over there. Okay. Just a person. For just a bit. I wish I could throw from first person. I saw, dude. I gotta go to bed. Have fun hunting some monster extension. Is reading a thing in PLA? I don't think it is. Doing pretty well for a mystery stranger from the sky. Here, a little reward for keeping up with me. Your own crafting kit. Thank God. And a potion recipe. Thank God. Oranberry and Medicinal League. Girl, you can stop telling me everything. Night. Have a good night, that chaos. I hope to see you again. Like I said, I'll probably be streaming a lot more over the coming weeks. Probably one, maybe two. Probably 2 streams a week. And I'm also trying, emphasis on trying, to get the Pokeball video out on for the weekend, but no promises there. If not, it'll be out next week. Because monthly schedule and everything, right? Research is going great. Alright, let's actually check the research proper. I want to see what we got so far. Yeah, Bidoof would be done once I actually evolve one. Starly is done. Very nice. That should be 10, right? 6, 9, 10, yeah. This is at 7. I kind of have to fight them. This at 7, 2. I can just catch more. TBH. But I can also start evolving them. I have one in my party. I do need to look for more Ponyta. And feed more Eevee. Find and feed more Eevee. That'll also finish the entry. Here, I can just fight them. Yeah. Eat. Let's go. Also, for anyone still in chat, I've been wondering, you know, a lot of Poketubers and like people who stream a lot, streamers, I guess, lol, they have like, it feels oddly stuck in like in the mid to late aughts, or tens, not aughts, lol. Oddly stuck in the mid to late tens. They all tend to have like pretty elaborate stream overlays. Do you guys prefer to have stream overlays like that, or something clean, or clean and simple like what I've got going on here? I've been thinking if I'm gonna do more streaming, I do also want to spruce up the stream. Like for example, what I did for the TCG Pocket overlay stuff for the player battles, for viewer battles, right? You were there for those streams, you saw that already. I've been thinking of doing a bit more stuff like that. fancy the stream up a bit, polish it up. I like when they have Pokeballs with their teammates at the side. I mean, that's, for example, that's like the big classic, right? But also, that's a lot of work to set up. I'm sure there's programs out there nowadays to do a lot of it automatically. But those usually are the kind of thing that hook into your emulator, and, you know, not exactly an option you have when playing off a capture card of actual hardware. Okay. You can have all the sprites saved in a folder and just drag and drop them as a media source in OBS. You know how many sources that is? There are ways to set that up with Sammy. I'm sure someone has made some really good Sammy scripts and shit for it. Know you're a data hoarder too, so you definitely archive all 1,000 sprites. I have all 1,000 sprites on my already because I have Poke Emerald expansion. I already have them all. For like all Gen 3 menu sprites, or Gen 3 style menu sprites. Right? Oop. Blah. I just have to catch one more. Eat. That's too far, isn't it? Oh no, got it. Oh. Point pull. Actually, I have to defeat one. Marvel's keeping its guard up? I don't think that'll help much. That should be Wormhole done. Very good, very good. Gotta start fighting y'all too. Shinx. Let me agile style, see if this doesn't kill somehow with this 9 level advantage. Oh my god, it doesn't. Hell yeah. What do you mean it doesn't do anything? Also show me action order. Why are you not showing me action order? Do something. Oh yeah, quick. Yeah, okay, yeah. Probably shouldn't be doing a okay, just die, I guess. Plus 5 others? How did I get 5 other missions with that? Oh, for Cyndaquil, didn't I? Yeah, that was for Cyndaquil. Let me check those then. Habitat unknown, no yeah, I've seen using quick attack. I've seen using agile style, I've seen Ember. I actually... How am I supposed to catch more? What? How are you supposed to catch, like, 5? 5 of each of these. Can you catch more of them? That'd be... First time I'm hearing about that. I only need to use it like a strong style move now, and that's it for real. So I guess let's do that. Another punching bag. No, don't want to run away. God damn it. No. Eat ball. Hit the wrong button. Yeah, strong style, quick attack. Kick it. Owie. Die. They spawn in distortions after a certain point. Oh. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. I didn't even have to reset the game. Let's start fighting with some other mons. Why not? YOLO. That makes way too much sense. Oh, the other one joined in too. Oh no, Bidoof. Roll out. That'll do well, surely. Owie. Oh no. Oh no, Bidoof! No! Yes, send Starlian. That'll surely do well. Fuck it, why not? We ball. Yeah, just quick attack it. That's one down. Oh no. Yeah. That was expected. Yeah, sure, Shinx v Shinx, why not? Don't worry, you can have another Bidoof. Exactly. I love when they just spent 2 turns attacking once. Bonk! Just hit buttons here. See, that was 5 tasks again, even if it did cost us 2. Alright, let's do a little bit of... Hey, Wurmple can evolve! Yeah! Ah, I love the evolution jingle. There's a reason it's my outro. We got the sheet. No, not Silcoon, Cascoon. What am I talking about? I'm gonna be like, we got the Silcoon. No, we don't. Oh, hello there. Can I cheese you? A very bad place to be cheesed right now. I want to cheese you. Come here. Let me cheese you. Let me hit you with a bowl. I think I can feed you, can I? Let's see if I can feed you. Doubt I can. Hey, holy shit, I can? Oh, that bounced right off. Alright. Plan B. King run. Okay, yeah, it's completely uncatchable. Probably also because of level. Let's be real. Is Corundum cancelled? No. Why would it be? Oh. Oh, it's angry now. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know it. I hear so little of it? Mostly because I've just been cooking in the background. Don't worry. Fine, I'll fucking fight you. Oi! But yeah, no, don't worry about it. Corundum is still well in the works. I just don't wanna. I don't want to have too many eyes on it, because Nintendo has been very litigious recently, and it is essentially something that is not intended to, but effectively replaces their product, right? So I don't wanna challenge. I don't want to poke the bear there too much. So I want to keep it on the low, only really talk about it in a major capacity whenever there's something actually big and major to talk about. In the meantime, I'm doing a lot of other videos that are also going to be relevant to Corundum, but not about it. I hope that one day Nintendo GF and Japan in general will understand that fan games keep the community alive. That's not what it's about. It's about trademark dilution. They can't let people just make stuff that is able to effectively replace their games or their products. Because then it has the very real chance of diluting their trademark to the point where they are unable to keep the Pokemon brand name in other markets. And that's obviously bad. I think not hard to understand why that might be bad. No, but others, but I play all their games and finish them, then need ROM hacks to keep me entertained while waiting for the new one. There's always an interesting cycle in the Pokemon community. Like, you know, right now we have this really big resurgence. I think we still do. It's already lessened down a bit, but I do still think we are still in sort of a resurgence. We still have that big nostalgic resurgence of Gen 3, which is also aided by, you know, all the decomp hacking, which has made customizing those games so incredibly easy. Oh. Do you think Call also contributes to Gen 3 getting the spotlight? That doesn't ring a bell to me at all. I must admit. I apologize. Oh, okay. Down to B-O-O-K-I-T. Oh, they just changed that for Dust Talks. Oh, what? That was close enough? Okay, goodbye. Do you think Cool plays Showdown and Gen 3 is his favorite game since his channel Gen 3 got a massive spike in games played on Showdown? I'm actually super not into Showdown, I'm sorry. I can't really talk there. Oh. Okay. Bruh. What? Thank you. Weird hitbox. Really? Really? Okay, man. I'm playing Shield while watching this stream, and I gotta say it's the first Pokemon game I've actively disliked. I mean, the problem there is doing it actively. I'm sorry. Like, I genuinely enjoy Swish. I don't think that's nearly as bad as people make it out to be. Not even remotely. In general, I think, of course, they do have qualitative problems. Like, I'm not gonna deny that any day of the week. But I think people heavily heavily overstate the problems modern Pokemon games have. Even BDSP, they have a ton of fantastic points to them. The main thing that's like a problem in BDSP is just that the overworld is kinda ass. But that's just about it. And, you know, something that I'm never gonna... that I personally am never gonna forgive them for is reworking the underground the way they did. I'll never understand why they remove stuff like secret bases and such. It's a shame, though, because I just finished Scarlet, and that's my new favorite game of the series. Now I'm playing my new least favorite. And that's the thing, I don't really like Scarlet and Violet that much, actually. I don't know, the open world makes it feel... It feels directionless. You know, in Arceus, the open maps work really well because the Pokédex gives you direction. But sure, you have the different star bases, gyms, and Titan Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet, but for one, you can't do them out of order, or you can, but have fun doing it. It's really hard to do them out of order. I don't know. It's weird. Nothing about the game makes me feel motivated to keep playing it. I think that's the best way to sum it up. There's nothing about Scarlet and Violet makes me want to keep playing Scarlet and Violet. The story is great. From what I've played, I do genuinely enjoy the story, and I hear a lot of great things about the story. And I love that Pokemon has a genuinely great character-focused story again. But we also have great character-focused stories in Swish and in Sun and Moon, especially Sun and Moon. Both stories that I think people massively sleep on for absolutely no reason other than, in one case, Swish bad, in the other, it's handholdy, which is absolute fucking bullshit. You've got, like, an hour or two of tutorialized gameplay in Sun and Moon. It's really nowhere near as handholdy as people make it out to be. It's more handholdy than previous games, relative to it, yes. But it's nothing out of the ordinary for Pokemon. It was probably the first Pokemon like it, so I would actually argue that that's X and Y. X and Y stops you a lot as well, especially early on, similar to Sun and Moon. I don't know, most of the criticisms levied against Sun and Moon just feel like they're levied against it because it's not more of Gen 6, because people loved Gen 6, right? Maybe not... Hello? Can I not? Can I just not grab that yet? My sequence breaking too much? I guess I am. I would have enjoyed SV a lot more if it had the PLA Shiny World, PLA over and Sparkle. What? Pichu? Holy shit. Cash money. Bro did not just see me the moment I gave him some. When do people love Gen 6? Mostly talking about Oraz in that case. But, like, a lot of Gen 6 was the best that ever. Like, I do genuinely think that a lot of Gen 6 was the best Pokemon ever was. Gen 6 has, by far, it is not even remotely close, that Gen 6 has, by far, 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 the best online connectivity of any Pokemon game ever. It's, again, I can't state enough just how not even close it is. Just how fucking fantastic the PSS was compared to anything before and since. The only thing that I would say actually comes even remotely close is the original Game Boy and Color Link cable due to its simplicity. That's the only other thing that comes even close to how good the PSS was for multiplayer. Just not really a fan of the 3DS style of artwork. Yes? I mean, I have my qualms with Auraz in particular. A lot of it is about the visual identity of those games. I do actually, you know, that's like the whole conceit behind Corundum, so I kind of have to make a video about that at some point. I still not catch that? Or break that? Way too far. I can see it. I just think that... Again, most of the things that Gen 7 did, that people don't like Gen 7 for, are things that Gen 6 also did. Maybe not worse, maybe not better. Hello, Graveler. I didn't like the weird desaturation of the Pokemon models, but I stand by saying Auraz soundtrack was the best remake soundtrack so far. I can get behind that. The Auraz soundtrack is fantastic. You guys went on easy mode since Gen 6 with the Mega Lucario and Lattes. I mean, you can say, yeah, Megas make that, but I don't know. There's always a lot of discussion about what's the best of the gimmicks, and like how would Megas go over if they weren't the first? Like how much of the love for Megas is because they were the first, rather than at some other point down the generational pipeline. But I think that misses the way we think about gimmicks entirely. For one, Mega Evolution, I think, is probably the most inherently appealing idea for a gimmick. I think Z-moves are a close second to that, but I do believe that not only are Megas easy to come up with, they are also the most easy to understand as being something that people would like to see and something that people would enjoy seeing. I think there's a very real point to be made that there's a reason that Mega Evolutions were the first gimmick, and that ignoring that in the conversation about what gimmick is best, or if Mega Evolution would have landed as well as it did if it didn't come first, I think that's ignores a lot of that kind of stuff. And I think the way that people have reacted to the return of Megas and Legends ZA kind of just confirms it for me. Because would people react like that for the return of Z attacks? Z moves? Maybe? Can't tell. Cyndaquil gonna stay Cyndaquil forever? Is it able to evolve already? Not quite. Ask Kunin. The good thing about Mega Lucario Luddies, though, is I can shove them straight in the box. Nowadays, you can't even turn off the XP share. Yes, but the games are balanced around not being able to turn off XP share. Games, and if you overlevel, the games want you nowadays to also raise more Pokemon. I think, especially Legend of Arceus is a very clear example of that. The reason you are able to have access to the PC at any time now is so that you can raise more than just 6 Pokemon in your party. And again, the games are just balanced around XP all. They just are. Pokemon games were always easy. Don't you get that through their heads? I'm sorry, that's just how it is. Pokemon games were always easy. They have not become easier recently, in any recent generation or time. They haven't gotten any easier. Oh, you just picked them up. I thought I kept throwing Pokemons at them. Zemus are just the gems from Gen 5, but fancy, didn't really feel unique. That's fair. I think for my Scarlet playthrough, I had a team for each storyline. Usually I just have the same 6 in the start. The E4 and BDSP was a menace. I want more of that. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. They even rebalanced BDSP around EXP all. I don't recall Ultra Necrozma being easy at all. Ultra Necrozma deserves its reputation under the obvious conceit that, you know, you can't be prepared for it. If you're unprepared for Ultra Necrozma, it's by far one of the hardest fights in the franchise. Not even close. Though you can also count here, ZA's final Volo fight, right? That's another very easy one to point at as one of the hardest in the battle, but that's also because it's a 3-phase boss battle. Didn't BDSP's Elite Four have issues with the Pokemon being copy-pasted from the original and having illegal moves? I don't know exactly, I just know that they did actually pose quite a challenge, and they actually even juiced up the Cynthia fight, which is... oh my god. The fact that they knew the reputation the Cynthia fight has in Gen 4. Honestly, the Cynthia fight in Gen 4 itself wasn't actually that crack-headed. It was really only for Garchomp that was as bad as people make the fight in its entirety out to be. But in BDSP, they souped her team up hard. Oh my god. Why are there 2 Ponyta around that rock? Can I please have rock without fighting you two? Thank you. My Milotic is annoying as hell. Cynthia's Milotic. Rapidash again. I wonder, maybe these are the planes from the mythos. If you catch the Alpha Garchomp in PLA, the game will be on easy mode too. Yeah, like that's the thing. Again, Pokemon never was a particularly hard franchise. And people act like that's the thing. Pokemon never was a particularly hard franchise, but it has made its low difficulty more mechanically apparent over the generations. So people blame those changes to mechanics, and the additional, like, the mechanical changes that were made to make its low difficulty more apparent, they blame it for the low difficulty, even though the low difficulty was always there. Just, you know, it looks more easy now because we have things like the XP all and, you know, common NPC healing, stuff like that, right? Like, that was another one of the big complaints about Sun and Moon, was that, oh, the NPCs baby your Pokemon and heal you after every other turn. And like, okay, that's good. I don't have to run back to the Pokemon Center after every other fight anymore. Like, what the hell are you talking about? That's a good thing. Oh, bro's EP. Oh god, my computer just locked itself. What the hell? Yeah. Sorry for the rant. It's similar to how, in hindsight, a lot of people talk about Generation 2 with such harsh hindsight. Like, for example, another a big thing is that, like, you know, Pokemon availability in Gen 2. Oh, it's all Gen 1. It's all Gen 1. It's just Kanto Mons. For one, no, it's not. It's actually shockingly balanced. You know, at that time, there were 251 Pokemon. 100 Jotonian and 151 Cantonian. And the split of Pokemon available across all the Gen 2 games to the player are like that all Gen 2 games feature. Like, no version, excluding version exclusives, yada yada yada. The actual spread of Pokemon the player can obtain is almost dead center 50-50. It's actually weighed towards Johto. It's weighted towards Johto. There's like, I think 46% of Mons that are available in Gen 2 are Johto Mons. Why does Marty not use the only new ghost Pokemon? That is one thing that is absolutely valid. Yes, the trainer teams are very Kanto reliant, but again, I see the reason there, because safe. It's a very safe bet. It's, I think, very important to remember that this wasn't another generation of Pokemon like we know it now today, like how we engage with the game in hindsight, think about it. Instead, it was the second Pokemon game, the new Pokemon game. It was a sequel more than it was a new generation of Pokemon as we think about it now today when we think about it with hindsight. Repeating myself there, sorry. But I think that's important to keep in mind. Wish baby Pokemon were never created. They don't serve a purpose and they bloat the decks that which could otherwise have filled something in. That I absolutely give you right on. That is, I don't like baby Pokemon much myself at all. The idea is cool, but there's just too little to them. Too little reason to them. They're essentially just a collector's piece to show you that you've engaged with breeding. Which, I mean, fine, I guess. Are there no more Eevee around here? I've been looking for Eevee this entire time. Get more. Nearly 10% of the Gen 2 decks is useless baby Pokemon. Yeah. Again, it's not that Gen 2 doesn't have any issues, it's that I think the way we look at those issues with hindsight. In most cases, doesn't mean there aren't still some very critical flaws, but I do think that in most ways, they are very uncharitable readings about the game, applied entirely with hindsight, and very little regards to how the game, like, what the games were actually created to be. That is a bit of a problem. The way we think about Gen 2 as just another generation of Pokemon, and we also criticize it as such. I think that's bad. We need to think about Gen 2 differently than we think about all other generations of Pokemon. Just how we have to with Gen 1. Gen 1 and 2 are two complete exceptions to how we have to conceptualize them as Pokemon games. This seems a good time to explain to you how survey reports and the rewards they offer. On that note, let me check the research tasks you've completed thus far. Quite a lot of them. Jesus Christ. Not as many as I caught on my first expedition in my first playthrough, I think. I always grab a Mew when I play through Gen 1. How dare you? I see. Most illuminating. We'll update our Pokédex with this new data. Yeah, there we go. Still missing a bit about the doof. Yeah, I want to evolve one. That'll do it. Nope. Okay. That'll easily get me to 2 stars, doesn't it? We do not have a Dragon-type evolution yet. The only pre-split special type without one. I honestly don't care about it too much. Evolutions, I let them come when they come. You've made good progress on these research tasks, Bisa. I do believe you're ready to move up the ranks. Let's head back to the village and report the good news to Captain Salim. Earned yourself a star. Correct. I do feel like we could get another evolution with Gen 10, though. I think it's time. I do. It's high time, actually. Like, up until Gen 6, we had a new evolution, at least one every two gens. We had the original 3 in Gen 1, we had Espeon and Umbreon in Gen 2, we had Glaceon and Leafeon in 4, and then Sylveon in Gen 6. Actually, high time we get new ones. I will say, Dragon would have fit great in Shield. If you have progress to report, I will judge its worthiness. Show me your Pokédex. Oh, it's worthy, alright. Weasel 2... didn't do much about Pony, huh? Or they should do like XD and make Eevee your starter again. I mean, Go Eevee is right there. We've made progress. It seems you've earned yourself a star. Eh? Viz, you've officially obtained the rank of first star in the Galaxy Expedition team. Yay. Now use heavy balls. That was 20. Every-year-old plus 1 generous. Yay. Have these as well. There are further recipes you'll need for crafting. vibes. Let's go. A stranger like you should fall from the sky, and yet flourish amongst like this is a testament to your native talent and hard work. Most people prefer it when things are simple enough to be judged on face value alone. Improving your worth by moving up through our ranks is something anyone can understand. Keep at it, and even if you did fall from the sky, people may be more willing to accept you. Working your way through the ranks will also be a help if you wish to make a life for yourself here. Higher rank will grant you access to more types of Pokeballs and greater rewards. For today at least, you've earned yourself a meal and a wallflower and a good night's rest. So, Bisa, my girl, I believe a jolly good congratulations is in order. Well done on earning your first star rank. Our usual order of potato mochi tastes even better when there's something to celebrate. Hey, by the way, have you taken on that request Beauregard had? I did. Well, most people here don't know much about Pokemon, you noticed, right? So it's our job at the Survey Corps to take care of any issues that crop up because of that. We're basically Pokemon problem solvers. Indeed so. Some people will ask you for help when you talk with them, while other requests will need to be claimed from the blackboard I keep in my lab. Speaking of which, weren't you approached with a request recently, Ray? What's it all about? That one might be a bit better fit for Bisa than me. I don't think I'll be able to pull it off unless I get a bit better at Pokemon battling first. Ah yes, the request claim from Mai of the Diamond Clan if I were— oh god, I fucking love Mai. Oh, hell yeah. Give me Mai as quick as you can. The people of the Diamond Clan have lived here in Hisui before the Galaxy team arrived. If we could establish good relations, I'm sure there is much we might learn from them, including more about the local Pokemon. But we can discuss all that tomorrow. Today, we should eat up and get some rest. PLA is such a cozy game, so true. Like, as I was saying, I will be doing, I keep saying it, I will be doing a lot more streams here soon. Because I want to play more Pokemon, and I want to try to get the Meloetta promo that's going on home. I don't know how long that lasts. And I don't have my national Pokedex does not look very good at all. Not very good at all. Very bad, actually. So, I'll try doing something there. Hey, Bisa, before I go get Mai about that request, mind showing me how you do in battle? I got the training ground. Thank God. Let me heal. Or am I healed? I'm healed. I am healed. Okay. Got a request? You're that newcomer who fell from the sky. Are you heading out to the village? Of course you are. The Survey Corps must have to get out and compile that Pokédex book they're working on, right? Well, on your way, kindly do me a favor. Find out all about Starly. Well, certainly are terrifying creatures, but when I see Starly, I simply feel whole. Not that I have the least desire to actually touch one, mind you. Please let me see Starly's entry in that Pokédex the moment you've completed it. Alright, well, here you go. Oh, male and female Starly have different appearances. Markings on their foreheads are different sizes. Incredible! I had no idea. Thank you for letting me read its Pokédex entry. Now that I know more about it, I imagine I might finally bring myself to touch one. Please, if you can find it in the heart, catch a Starly and bring it to me. Not a Pokemon in the world so adorable as Starly. Okay, here you go. That's mine. Starly. Little guy. Oh, it's lovely through and through. You adore it down to the last feather. Hello there, Starly. I'll touch it. No! Yeah, I'm quite satisfied just looking at it after all. Besides, it might let lose a move. So the Circuit Corps Security Corps could actually do something so frightful as approach Pokemon willingly. All the same, I must ask you for thank you for showing me his Starly. Some people will see a Pokemon as simply on sight, you know. Perhaps being able to read all about Pokemon in that dex might put them more at ease. Okay, man. I'm very good. I'm yawning. Yawning big time. Like 11 p.m. You got a Wurmple you could give me? Absolutely. Here's your Wurmple. Here's your Wurmple. Really brought me one. Must be as good as the rumors say. I'd like to name this Wurmple right away. I've been told the Wurmple will evolve into Pokemon and is beautiful. Oh, buddy, I've got time to tell you. I should give it a name with that in mind. Tough decision. These are like list. Beauticia, Beautifred, or Beaugene? Beaugene? Oh my god, Beaugene. I feel like Beaugene is the best name for for a Dustox from those three too. I'm sorry for what's about to happen to you, Beauregard. Woo! Woo! Of course, here's my Shinx. Look at those ears. You're welcome. Let's grab more requests. Board. No. This is board. Board. No? Okay. No board. We'll get some later. Where are you again? I forgot. Oh, merit points, right. For satchels. I had to get bored of the board. That is? I don't understand how anyone can handle taking on Pokemon in battle. Also, I'm a Survey Corps member, and I've even got my own partner, but I just can't do it. Partner? That's right, take a look at my very own partner. You. Yeah! I love that they gave Pikachu its old cry here. Yeah. But watching you at work completing those research has convinced me. If I want to do my Survey Corps work well, my partner and I have got to be a team. Our first step toward being a real team is to battle your team. Oh yeah, brother. Survey Corps Ray challenges you to a battle. Ray sent out Pikachu. The opposing Pikachu used Thunder Wave. Cyndaquil is paralyzed. It may be unable to move. I love how it closes in on you as well. So can you tell I've tried to do shoutcasting before? Obviously I'm putting on a especially weird voice, an especially played up voice, but I've done a touch of shoutcasting before, and I would love to do it again. If anyone from Play Pokemon is watching this and you need a caster, hit me up. I'm willing to learn about VGC meta. Battle decided. Whoa, you seem so in sync with your Pokemon. Wink. That was amazing. The way you fight alongside your Pokemon. You don't seem one bit scared of battling. We'll just have to catch up as best we can, right, Pikachu? Yeah. Fair enough. He's got a bit of a tendency to attack, you see. That's why he normally stays in his ball. Guess the first step for Pikachu and me might be getting a little friendlier with one another. Oh, by the way, the professor said Pokemon have these These are called types, which apparently make a big difference in how battles go. Pikachu here seems to be an electric type, for example. Look at that type chart. In-game type chart. Fuck. Didn't know this was a thing. Unironically. Yeah. And you didn't know the game had this. That's cool. The other one, new recruits everyone talking about. Name's Sisu, captain of the security corps. I must have forgotten about the in-game type chart, right? So you got some fight in you. Figured I'd stop by and give what advice I could. Captain Sisu is a master of the ancient martial art where you guide Pokemon in battle. Now listen, if your Pokemon's truly mastered its moves, it can actually use them in different styles. I've already been doing that. On one hand, you can choose to deliver the move in a strong style. The move will deal more damage, but afterward it'll take longer for your Pokemon to act. On the other hand, you can choose to unleash a move in the agile style. Such a move will have less power behind it, but your Pokemon can act more quickly afterward. In truly favorable conditions, it might even get out 2 moves before the opponent can act. Strong style moves, agile style moves, and of course regular moves. Choose which is right for any given situation and direct your Pokemon with a little nudge. Yeah. Oh, one more thing. If you want to teach your Pokemon some powerful moves, just let me know. Well, that's certainly I had to find out before going to tackle my request. Remember? Mentioned earlier? Heading down now to see about my request. Request to meet her down past the foot of Aspiration Hill. You should come along too. You're ready, then meet us down there, would you? And by ready, I mean double checking what Pokemon you bring and maybe even moves from Sisu. I should go through my moves. Quest from my beloved. My beloved. Jesus Christ. Here at the training grounds, your Pokemon can... Hello there, Survey Corps recruit. You need something from me. Move learning. Quail. Aerial Ace. You gonna write a love letter for my... Perhaps. I need moves. Rock Smash. I feel like Swift could be worth, honestly. Oh, it's expensive. Too expensive. I'll just keep it as it is for now. Also, yeah, this street being called Floro Main Street, just more towards the idea that this is the north-south, or roughly around where the north-south street in Jubilife is going to be. Canela Avenue down becoming Route 218, and then this becoming the north-south street in Jubilife. Makes perfect sense. Especially given the name Floro Main Street. Not just the pun with Floroma, of course, but also the spinal central main street of Jubilife. Up and down the north-south. Hello, hello. Did I surprise you? But I did. I was trying to anyway. There's a secret technique to catching Pokemon, you see. It's what I call the secret backstrike technique. Hitting a Pokemon's back with your Pokeball will surprise it, making it easier to catch or giving you an advantage once a battle starts. If you're part of the Survey Corps now, working to create a Pokedex as they all are, you might end up meeting every last Pokemon here in Hisui. You should know I'm already looking forward to the day you accomplish that. Foreshadowing! Oh, you're go up in the Survey Corps, you're up in the sky, aren't you? Listen here a moment. I need to tell you about this great cake recipe I invented. I call it the mushroom cake. Put 20 years of mushroom foraging know-how into coming up with this recipe, and I know it's a winner. Problem is the folks around here aren't catching on to my recipe's amazing potential. But you're the talk of the village. If people see you making my mushroom cakes, famous as you are, I'm sure they want to get it to go too. I'll teach you the recipe. All you have to do in return is spread the good word by using it. Oh, and you'll need to go get the key ingredient for the recipe yourself. Scrounge not from the forages of thy fellows, as the old saying goes. One springy mushroom's all you need. I'll be waiting. Let's go. Do I have one already? Don't think I do. Yeah, I don't. When does Bidoof evolve again? It's surprisingly late, isn't it? Why? Need more balls. Yeah, Horseshoe Plains. Could this potentially be where Plymouth Gyaropu is meant to take place? Actually, let me check. I want to check something real quick. You punch that and well. I'm gonna go over here, check the alpha. I want to check something with the alpha. Nope, what are you? Probably, okay. I think it's over here, isn't it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Try not to get completely vibe checked by it. Can I distract it? Berry of sorts. I don't even want to catch it, I just want to check it. Oh no! Bro ran into it! Oh, and then it started eating. Wait. Let me lock onto you. She too big. Oh my god. You end up landing closer. I find the idea that it can't see me very funny. Oh! It's male. Damn, okay. Bummer. I legit just wanted to check its gender. Please. Is the gender of alpha Pokemon static? Like the static alphas, is it gender static too? I don't know about that part of the mechanic. Are static alpha gender static as well? Are all their attributes static? Or can they be randomized? Because that was a female Rapidash. Could have even been... Could, of course, have been even more of a reference to Femith Garapu. That would be sick. Fight this guy. Wanna throw hands? Damn! Thought that hit harder. My beloved. Am I a new face in the village? Not that it matters to me if you're new. If you're here, I assume you're prepared to be of help. I'm one of the wardens of the Diamond Clan. You may call me Mai. I suppose you might not even know what a warden is if you're new to Hisui. But such a talk can wait. Right now, I'd rather we get straight to the point. I have a problem that I need help solving, so the more important question is this. Do you feel confident that you can lead your Pokemon in battle? Yeah, of course. That's good to hear. That security corps of yours certainly wasn't up to the task. This is my partner, Munchlax. We were raised together like siblings. He battles at my side by choice, without needing any silly little balls like you to use. Watch and learn. Oh, we're just gonna throw hands right away. Okay. Chill, girl. Battle. Alright, alright. Go stab a bit, I'd say. Roll out. Oh god. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's get a stab in. Normal Ember. Burn. Perfect. And then a stab. Strong style. Most out of Cyndaquil we can. You can change style during rollout? Huh? Hold on. Or did we interrupt it? Numb. Eated. Mine. You really aren't one of the usual galaxy buffoons if you could defeat my partner. Well fought, Munchlax. I'll take care of the Pokemon that battled for us. Thank you. And I'll let you have these. You people make all kinds of things with your crafting, don't you? They should prove to be useful materials. Ooh, some vivid jokes. Very nice. You and your Pokemon fought well together. Practically acted as one with them. Rather like the legendary hero of old, the one who tells stories to our children. I think you're indeed the one for the job. The legendary hero, you say? You see, I need some help to deal with an alpha Pokemon causing trouble up on Deer Track Heights. It's a large, fearsome foe like any alpha, but you'll come, won't you? Deer Track Heights? Ring. Is that strange thingamy of yours telling you where to go? My, that's some curious sort of map. Is that one of those Galaxy Team inventions I keep hearing about? No. It certainly does seem to show the way to the Deer Track Heights up ahead of us. I'll leave this bit to you. You shouldn't have any problems finding an alpha. Seems you're quite the asset to the Survey Corps, new one. So, before we continue, I must ask, did you already know about Almighty Sinnoh? Almighty what now? Of course, that's to be expected. Allow me to sketch out the basics. Almighty Sinnoh steers all time. It's said to have created the very universe using its power over time's flow, and this land of Hisui was born in the process. It's by the grace of Almighty Sinnoh, Pokemon can live and thrive here. We of the Diamond Clan are descendants of a people who crossed the sea and settled here in the Hisui region to venerate Almighty Sinnoh. However, it stole away from the world long ago, hiding itself from our sight. Almighty Sinnoh has only rarely been seen by skills are to be trusted. But there are still Pokemon here today in Hisui with a connection to Almighty Sinnoh, and it is the duty of wardens like myself to their needs. The Pokemon that graces Deer Track Heights is one of those honored few. It is directly descended from a Pokemon that was blessed with Almighty Sinnoh's. Follow me, and you may understand. Okay. Oh, hello. Oop. Aw. Wrote us a puzzled. Bruh. Dicke Kott stehen still. Really? No quick cut for me. Ah! Why isn't it can evolve? Barely. What do you want? Yorn. Oh there, mind helping a guy out? After some cherry berries, you know? Shiny red ones. Grown some of the trees around here, but I don't have any Pokemon that can reach up them. That's where you come in, friend. Throw one of your balls at the berry tree. Give me the cherry berries, I'll give you a handy tip. Go. Alright. Back to camp for now. Because it's like 11:40 p.m. almost. So I can't go for much longer. And I do actually click over here. Have a little bonus at the end. I have reached another star rank. I should have reached another star rank after all as well, so. that a big doof? That's a big doof right there. Hi. Big doof. It was. Let's finish the catch undercaught task as well. That'll definitely be enough to finish their entry. Is that how it goes? Is that how it goes? Yeah, yo. That marvelous rich tone. How is it produced? I must know. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. Wait, you're from the Survey Corps. Wonderful. Just the person I need. I want to learn more about Cricketot. You must be curious about them as well. I mean, how do they make those sounds of theirs? The musical mystery like no other. I'd be in your debt. You could complete Cricketot's Pokemon, fix in your Pokedex, and show it to me. So I mean, we can uncover the truth. Sorry. Got a bunch of big goofies. Yeah, Bidoof is finished. Let's go. Oh, it wasn't enough, but now it's enough. Go. Oh, no, they wanted to go. Back to Jubilife. I got it. Sorry about that. Noises. Alright. Oh, why did I throw a ball there? I didn't even press the ball. Plus, Eileen. Yay! Other balls, level 30! More rewards! More crafting recipes! A lot of everything. Alright. I say, let us save there. And now, switch real set quick. I only have this screen for that. I apologize. Actually, I think I need to entirely switch scenes. No, not next time. Blip, there we go. Hello. Because, let me this for a second. And that off. Up, where do it? Don't remember where I put screen copy. There it is. That's right. Go. Let's do a bit of TCG Pocket. That's a finisher here. Ink, because I can open a pack. Let's crack one open as the finish for today's stream. And what do we get? Oh. Have a flippy. Choomp. And we got nothing. Bummer. I lick a tongue though. Very poggers. Alright, well, that was kind of already it. I just wanted to open the pack I got here to finish the stream off with something a little just a touch different. But yeah, thank you all very much for coming around. I had a ton of fun with the stream. I love PLA. Like I said, I will be playing a bunch of Pokemon games in the near future. I'll be streaming more often. I'm aiming towards once or twice a week, and I'm still aiming to get the Pokeball video out this week. If not this week, then next, definitely. We'll be doing another PLA stream later this week, or well, next week. It's still Sunday, so sometime next week, maybe Swish or BDSP one as well. So, subscribe if you want to see that, and go check out the Discord if you want to see when those streams are scheduled right away, so you can set a reminder whenever they become available. And I hope I'll see you then. Thank you all very much for watching, and have a good one.